Slap it on. Alright. We're back. Tomb of Annihilation. You're going to notice something weird. All the cameras are on. Everybody can see each other. We're exposed. We're all exposed. Welcome. Welcome back, everyone, to Tomb of Annihilation. It has been an age, a time, since last we dipped into this adventure. So let's dive right into it. Let's get into it. Last time we saw our party of adventurers, you were continuing your journey deep into the maw of the tomb. You had made your way back to the maintenance tunnels and that spiral staircase that has served you so well in this dungeon thus far. You decided to venture through the only door you had yet to explore, and on the other side was a small chamber with a single window, a lever on the wall, and one metal-plated zombie man. Of the kind that you've seen before. He stared at you, unmoving, and you decided to deal with this situation as soon as possible. You destroyed the metal zombie man, and you peered into whatever it was he was watching over. Through this window, you saw a small hallway that was sort of tapered at the very top, and through that window, through that hallway, there was a trap door in the floor that opened up into a lit chamber of a cylindrical nature. You could see that there were these sort of devil mouths with little candle lights on the inside. Definitely felt trappy. You decided to pull that lever on the wall now that its caretaker was no longer animated. And as you did, that barrel-formed room began to turn and then go faster and faster and faster. Fire began to spew out of that barreled room on top of lightning, acid, smoke. You would imagine anyone who would have the unfortunate fate of being in that room when this individual would have pulled said lever would have met quite the demise. Not wanting to experiment anymore with this horrible thing, you simply noted in your mind as a place never to go. And you undid the machine and decided to explore the only other interest in that small chamber, a narrow causeway. You went down and it looped around into a brand new chamber, one with a set of stairs leading up to the back of a secret door, something you're used to seeing. But there was a central pillar in the middle of the room, and upon it a golden skull with teeth bejeweled, each one. First, decided to stay wary of the object. The party went on to investigate the secret door in the hallway beyond, which connected to the third floor, which you had done some investigating before. It was that floor with the purple mold on it. As the party decided to look about, feeling as though they may have spotted yet another tomb of the Nine Gods, one of the Nine Gods tombs, across the way, Alexandria lagged behind, deciding instead to cast the Identify spell on this golden skull. Upon touching it, though, to her dismay, she saw the thing light up with magic. It floated above the pillar and let out a horrible voice. That of an individual who introduced himself as Yaka, the court jester of the Queen of Omu. Upon casting the Identify spell, you learned, Alexandria, some features to this horrible curse that you now had. Yaka would never leave your side, no matter what you did. He was indestructible to any kind of damage. He could teleport through anything. He would be an annoyance in your side until you fed him 10,000 gold pieces worth of gems. While Yaka is with you, you have, we already know mechanically, you have disadvantage on skill checks. So he's a bit of a problem. He went around criticizing everybody in the party and then decided to focus on you. While trying to put that behind you, you focused with the rest of the party who had decided to infiltrate the other chambers, checking out that tomb beyond, sort of figuring out that it's the Froghemoth's tomb and deciding to back off from getting any further. Instead, you looked through a double door set of a new chamber with these 3 tapestries laid out, each one being pulled back by a magical hand via your rogue, Valphine, to reveal at first a very cordial scene of a feast, and then with each tapestry going back, it drove into more and more madness to the point where they were eating each other, and there was just a horrible, gruesome scene. You were unable to pull back that third curtain, but with a little bit more finagling in the party, you were able to find out what was on the other side, Alexandria being the one to burn down every one of those curtains in a little bit of frustration from the recent curse she had been bestowed. And on the other side of that last curtain, you saw a horrible figure of a very gory, bloody, almost mutated boar's head mounted on the wall, and she had to make a saving throw, if we recall, to resist being drawn towards it. For whatever reason, you don't know, but not wanting anything to do with it, after resisting that magic, you annihilated that head, left it just gore in pieces, destroying any functionality to the trap in that room, and sealed the door behind you to be done with it. The party then decided to retreat. You went back to the spiral staircase to discuss your next moves. And if I recall, the discussion was leading in the direction of what is the next tomb that you want to infiltrate. You've discovered these 9 god tombs give you powers, these objects that you steal from them. And which one will you go after next? Wongo was on the table, going back into that fan situation and maybe dealing with it with one of your adamantine new items or something of the kind. And that is where we left off last time. So now that my long-winded explanation of everything that happened for my dear friend Dustin, who was not here last time, is over, we can pick up exactly where we left off. Let me change our music to the music of the floor that you are currently on.
Can I just say something about the so what this little court jester to the queen is attached to Alexandria? Who is she attached to again?
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Yep. I have left it up and this was a mechanical thing because I do not feel like pestering one individual or the party throughout the entire game, which would be just frustrating, I think, for everybody. So I've left it up to Kyle when rolling any time disadvantage because of Yaka to make up insults for himself if he wishes as to why that failed or succeeded. And I think that's a much nicer way to do it because I'm not going to spend this whole game being Yaka, who is just mean. Yeah. So that is our way around a kind of a pretty mean trap. Not kind of.
Okay.
So yes, we are back. You find yourselves in the dimly lit spiral staircase of the maintenance hall. And you are still amongst each other with this conversation of what to do next. A lot of you are wounded. I think it was also on the table of rest, maybe.
Can we...
Oh, the map. There we are.
Yes.
Everyone can see themselves, correct? I'm so happy about that.
Forget what we were doing.
We were going to explore one of the other floors that we hadn't been to yet, I think.
We're either going for that or we're going back to Longo's tomb, even though we don't want the actual artifact from that, I think.
Yeah.
Doing it for the XPs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have no idea how we're getting past that fan still.
No clue. The idea was there's a maintenance door into that room that we just couldn't find yet. Is that what we were looking for?
It might have been.
I mean, because we pretty thoroughly searched that room and we didn't find anything. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the maintenance stuff on that was the river on that floor that we like busted into, and
we searched along the particular hallway along that section quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that room just had the chests, and they seemed to reset automatically after you triggered them, right? So.
Yeah.
Did they? I thought they stayed locked.
I know that they locked from the inside because I had my mage hand in there and twisted the...
Yeah, so they locked from the inside and we did the thing and each one unlocked part of the sarcophagus, and then we unlock the sarcophagus, and Wongo mummy jumps out. Is what ended up
'cause we
happening
didn't-
there, right?
I forget. Did we actually? Because we just dimension doored in there and then out again, right? After we set
I
off
think so.
the Wongo
Something like
thing, we
that.
just took off because we heard him like squealing as we left.
Right,
We,
right.
like,
I recall
we
correctly.
had my zombies or I think my zombies, and then there was something else we had summoned that were having like a little brawl. The
Raptors.
Raptors. Yeah.
So if you,
Brolin's
uh,
Raptors.
Mhm.
If you will, he's still monkeying around in there.
I won't.
Or he got put back.
All right.
Yeah, or that.
So we going back to punch a monkey?
That or rest. Actually, I should take inventory of. Ooh, yeah, I could use some rest.
Could use some too. Are we?
I
Are we
think
at
everyone could use some rest.
point though? Have we made it 8 hours in the day?
Yes, you can rest. If you would like to rest now, you may. Like it's
So-
it's a situation you always can rest. It's just how much of the day do you want to waste? And if you want to know how much of the day you have left to waste,
Right.
not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. You
Um,
could do it if you wanted to and keep a schedule.
We could
What are-
travel up to like the library and make sure that we're like up the highest or something.
Yeah. What are we afraid of resetting, though?
The gun barrel of doom.
Which
Do
one?
we actually know where the entrance to that is?
Oh,
That
right. The thing that had the.
spinner of doom hallway thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we did allegedly or hopefully destroy the weird abomination factory room, so maybe they don't make those guys anymore, but
Yeah.
we don't know if there's another one, right?
We can hope.
That is the one you found, and you thoroughly made sure it would no longer function.
Right. So, I mean, we've got the other resets would be like, I don't know if they bring out new tapestries for that stupid boarhead room or not. And the drowning wine room resetting. We never went like beyond that, right? So,
Right.
yeah, I can't think of anything else that we've touched that we're worried about resets on. Because the other stuff we've done is pretty much clear, unless they add more urns to that shield room. But I don't think we need to go back in there.
Alright. Sorry, I'm looking at. Oh, okay. So that was the other way in. Trying to look at the map that I have been making, also to double check some of that.
Because the other stuff is like random hallway stuff. I don't know. I don't know if they put new slime in those hallways or something.
That could easily just be a byproduct of the machines.
Yeah, it could be.
So I guess whether we rest or not, what is the goal that we want to go after right now?
Because we haven't gone back to Wongo. We didn't waste a lot of time in that drowning in wine area, and then there's still that one tomb where you got to drop through the mouth, unless you want to.
And there's the Froghemoth tomb,
The
but
frog came in too. Yeah, we could always risk our
Could do that.
bacon with the froggy.
We
were
could
gonna
always beat up the
start
frog.
making with the wine as well. Like, I have no idea how we're gonna solve that puzzle at all.
You can't be in there clearly for very long, even if you hold your breath.
I mean, the only thing is to stop the sunbeam from hitting the. What was it? A copper tablet or something?
Yeah, like there was a plate inside that said "Drown your sorrows."
Does anybody have a mirror?
I do, but I don't know. Do we know how wide that beam was, DM?
The beam covered probably about a good 10 feet around the sarcophagus.
Yeah, there's no
The
way my
plate-
little
The plate
Like
was probably...
Thieves' Tools mirror would.
The beam might not have even
Size of
been
like
the
a box.
trigger either, because it could have been opening that sarcophagus too.
Well, the description clearly said like the beam touched.
That is how
the
I described it.
tablet, and
Yeah,
then,
because
everything started happening.
because your zombies open the sarcophagus physically, right? And then that's when, yeah.
Yeah, Alexandria's passive arcana would do well enough to, especially because she didn't have Yaka to deal with at the time, would do well enough to have informed the party that it was indeed a sunbeam that touching that plate that activated anything.
Cool.
Well, it's probably magical. If we have something that can disrupt that magic, we could disable it, or we could throw something over the top of the sarcophagus, blanket, or...
I have an idea. We can use Prestidigitation on it.
To do what?
You Prestidigitation, one of the abilities, you instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. So 1 cubic foot at a time with the cantrip. We could dirty the mirror to the point where it no longer reflects light.
There's no mirror. It's just sunbeams coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wall.
oh, okay. I'm done.
No, it's okay.
It's all good.
We just don't have like, because he said it was a 10-foot wide space. The only mirrors we have in the party are like Thieves' Tools mirrors, which is like a hand mirror. It's like that big.
As far as the light itself, where it sheds is 10 feet. Where it comes from the ceiling is like a 5 by 5 foot cube.
Does anybody have a 5 by 5 foot mirror?
Would tiny hut doesn't stop light from coming in, does it?
No, not a light. Tiny hut will stop a lot of magical effects and anything physical from passing through. I believe maybe gas. I'm not sure. I do know that
It would probably stop
audio
wine.
goes through.
Yeah,
it will stop
tiny
water. It should stop. Does it
Tiny
stop
hut
water?
Under wine. It does, doesn't it?
It can stop water because nothing can like physically pass through it.
Okay.
Only problem is that the wine does animate at a point, and I do have to recast the spell. So if it doesn't drain at any point, then we're kind of fucked.
Well,
One-way
do we,
trip.
Your
How many
air
people
supply would be limited too, because you would have the air in the bubble. Because there's,
So-
you know,
you could
but if it's
you
just
could
an experiment, yeah.
hypothetically bring, let's say, 2 people. 2 people into the tiny hut with the sarcophagus to figure out the puzzle. You could bring Fenrir. He doesn't breathe.
Nope.
Well,
constant.
there is the problem too of it didn't have any of the things that every other tomb that we've gone into have had.
Yeah,
So it doesn't have any god
There's no
associated.
object.
no
or-
symbolism to the god, to the
or-
nine gods.
Yeah.
It could have
It
been.
might just be a trap, like the
trap,
boar
yeah.
head is.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember if there? Because I seem to remember like a passage to the north in that room. There's a way out of there, right? That other direction.
No,
Was
I
there
don't think so.
some kind of
It was just
chamber or
a
anything up there?
box. And then there was the gargoyle heads, which I think
I can confirm.
that wine.
I can confirm from being in that chamber, just what you saw. There was no passageways in or out except for the way you came in.
What the hell's the purpose of that room? I guess to catch
It was a trap.
people. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, to kill people.
Hmm.
But the reason why we are going back to do all of these things is for experience. Traps are worth experience. So that foiling it is part of our objectives, and considering what we're trying to do, this is probably one of the easier ones to do because we know what
Let's
the
figure out how to
trick
block sunlight
Yeah.
somehow.
is.
So
Permanently.
this is when we need a warlock.
That
This
is
is when we
if
need
it,
the
if it
darkness spell.
resets.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does anybody have the darkness spell?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be able to see anything. The reason a warlock's nice is there's an invocation to see in the dark in magical darkness.
Right.
Well, what's in everybody's inventories? Do we not have a blanket or something we could have over the tomb when we open it? Or
We have
I have a
rain
tent.
catchers.
A tent literally would do what we want.
I think so.
It would.
Double check.
It'd be effectively a blanket. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
2-person lay down. It would do the thing you're thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a 2-person tent. We could just put a tent over the sarcophagus.
You absolutely could.
We're gonna camp it.
So stupid.
The question is, was there anything in there? Vera was in the tomb, right?
Yeah, it was
She was,
empty from
as-
her vision, other than that plaque.
But she could have missed something. Also, they dove into the tomb the second the room started flooding. There's always a chance that upon opening it and not triggering the trap, something will
No.
be made available. Or we solve the trap and we get experience for solving the trap, which is the point we're doing it anyway, right? So
Yeah, it's close enough to go do.
Or there's something that we're not considering, and we get trapped in the room with the wine filling it, just like the first time.
yeah, I mean, literally that's true with everything we're trying to do. Or we're wrong and we trigger the thing.
Mhm.
But we already did trigger the trap, and they wouldn't have you read a description that literally says this does this, then this happens. Like that's describing the trigger completely.
And notice, I don't think that those tablets we've been finding with Sarax writing even mentions the wine shit anyway, right? So
Yeah, on that floor, I think the only thing we haven't used is only a jewel can tame the frog, which is weird.
Frog myth.
Yeah, the frog king myth is on a different floor.
Yeah, well, we already know what that is, so we're fine.
What do you mean?
The frogs are Slaads, and we have a Slaad control gem.
Right.
So
yeah,
I'm,
only the jewel can. Yep, because we have.
yeah, I'm pretty sure whenever we run across a Slaad, we'll know what to do.
Okay.
What floor is that on?
Who knows?
Supposedly the wine floor.
We should figure out where that is. It might be through the wine.
Maybe it is.
Or on the
I mean, that was my thought. Was like, there's got to be something else in that room. But even checking before and after we do the loop-de-loop, there's nothing very different about it. It doesn't appear to have any kind of exit or separate chamber to it. So,
I don't remember if this question was ever asked, but if we kill a monster that's in the tomb, in Tomb A, and we go re-kill that monster in Tomb B, do we get the experience again?
We tried.
we have no idea.
Good point.
I mean, like going to the upside down and redoing the challenge, double dipping.
Like the
That's what I'm saying. Like if we solve,
Because we could really easily beat the one for the mask one, because we're carrying enough masks to just walk into that room.
And the zombies.
Mhm.
Yeah. The zombies with the sunlight and the chains.
and remember not to tell anything true to the floating child skull.
Yep.
Which we did
Oh, I did immediately.
within the first 5 seconds of seeing it.
It asks Alexandria, "Do you like Brolin?"
Telling out the truth to the child, yeah.
I told it was dead already, and that's when it freaked out.
That's where I would just say, I don't know a Brolin.
Okay. So, what do we want to try?
I would say the wine room, unless people want to go jumping through monkey fans.
I really don't.
Wine room. We either need to sleep to have it reset, or go through to the other side and do it there, which might be completely different because we don't know
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
how that
Yeah.
works yet.
I think we're going to be resting before we even pull off anything.
So are we camping here then?
Are we going to do it in the staircase, or do we want to grab that dude's office? That
We may. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just my thought was like board up in the library. There didn't appear to be any.
That is true. There's only seemed to be one door into that.
Yeah, I would say the library or
Their office.
yeah, or the guy's office. I mean, he's probably not coming back, and if he does,
Well, that was the library.
That's what you
Yeah,
guys-
yeah, the bookshelves. Yeah. That same thing. Because we definitely don't want to sleep in the aberration room or whatever the hell that is. It's got 2 doors. Yeah.
So should we stack up on war and then move everybody out?
Yeah, if that's where you guys would like to go, please stack all into one place with your tokens for me.
To the office.
Brolin. Get on that
I'm
stack.
I'm moving.
Get
I'm
on
trying.
that stack.
I'm trying.
There he goes.
He got it.
Get on that
He
stack.
didn't
Yeah,
though.
effective.
He's not on the stack.
You having trouble?
I'm trying. It's not. Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
There you go. You moved one. You definitely can control it. You moved it once,
Whoa!
right? What's wrong?
Holy frame rate, Batman.
Oh, frame rate's bad? Alright, well, we're going to be going to a different thing really quick, so hopefully it doesn't lag for you too bad. Alright, let's destroy all of you.
I have been
And we're
destroyed.
dead.
Game over.
Let's load a new
Rocks
thing.
fall, party dies.
So,
TPK.
you raise yourselves to the top of the stairway where you were previously. Wither's doors still open. The doors you have left open, still there. The secret doors, I believe, as well, are, if I look, I believe are also still open.
Are the hands?
Are the hands what?
The
Yeah,
hands.
The minute you get in there, you see all the hands skittering,
Forgot about the hands.
crawl to
Oh, I
the
did too.
back of the back of the chamber. They're all behind those bookshelves again, and they just scatter like mice the minute light hits this room. Ward, do you have light in this room or no?
Probably.
Cool. I'm gonna turn it on with my new dynamic lighting button.
They're like those things in Zelda where they pick you up and bring you back to the beginning of the dungeon.
All right.
You think this guy's gonna get upset that we're using his office as a camping site?
Well, why would it matter? He can't touch us anyway.
Oh, I'm sure he could. He just doesn't care to.
Which makes me think this is all some elaborate ruse.
It is. The tomb is fake. We've established this.
Built
Does
to
that mean
kill
he-
people.
Wait, so does that mean there's 2 of him?
That's an excellent question.
You mean as far as walking the ceiling in that one area?
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe there are 2 of him.
I don't think so, but
Just because they built this thing in 2 different planes of existence doesn't mean that they are themselves cloned.
That's fair.
Unless you're saying there's another Brolin on the other side as well.
There might be.
Yeah,
Oh, don't
maybe
say
that one
that.
didn't die.
Okay. It's too early in the morning for this. Or night.
Late at night.
It's like
It's-
afternoon.
Yeah,
It's
Late
too
afternoon.
late at
I
it's
just
too
woke
late
up
at
5
night.
minutes ago.
It's late afternoon. Yeah. It didn't
I
even-
feel like I've been knocked unconscious for a while.
Is it time for nappies?
How's that monkey on your shoulder?
I think it's time for sleeps, not just naps.
It's not a monkey.
Yeah, I think he's
It's a skull.
hallucinating.
And it hasn't stopped talking this entire time.
Yeah, he's kind of a drone in the background.
Thankfully, sleeping isn't a skill trick, so
Thankfully. So, arrest. What are the details of that? Are we doing the bubble? Are we just closing the door?
should we take care of these weird, creepy hand things before we
Maybe.
try to sleep, so we don't get strangled?
Put the
Probably.
bubble up and keep a watch.
Oh, the bubble.
Probably
That's-
doesn't matter.
I like the bubble idea.
The bubble would definitely Alexandria, you could assign to not have the crawling hands, be in there easily enough. Because I don't know if you want to wake up to any of that.
No.
Morning. Bubble's about this
No.
big.
Yeah. We'll just bubble.
Can we bubble? Yes. Sound of skittering fingernails over top of it.
Love it. What's our watch for the evening into the late night? Who wants to go first? Raise your hand.
I'll take one.
All right, we got one. Who wants to go second?
Not me.
Brolin, you raised your hand before, right?
Yeah.
Number 2. Who wants 3 or 4?
I could do both 3 and 4.
Okay.
I will be awake for 4 as well.
Okay.
Why not?
Alexandria will get a clean night's sleep. Just hopefully doesn't hear Yaka, and you, yeah, that's nice.
We some cotton balls out of a thief's tools kit or something, and
I'm
Yeah.
already well adjusted to tuning out the annoying droning of a small, tiny creature.
So here's the real question: can the bubble keep Yaka outside of the bubble?
he can say he
Because
doesn't allow
magic
it in,
can't
right?
pass through the bubble.
Yeah, if you assign Yaka to not be in the bubble, he will be right outside of it. Unfortunately, you still hear him, but he's on whatever side is closest to Alexandria. But you do get some distance from him, at least in a thin barrier. And you probably just hear him on the other side rambling about how upset he is that he can't get to you. Like, what are you shutting me out? What the hell?
Yeah, that's every foot I can buy, I will take.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one bit of solace, knowing he can't actually physically get to you, which is great. I love it. All right, who would like to roll a d20?
Let me do it.
Roll a d20.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Slash.
Okay. Your evening goes well. You are undisturbed.
Nice.
During that evening, during your time in the bubble, during your rest, if there's any interactions anybody need to have, any conversations or anything mechanically you wanted to be sure is done before we decide to hit that long rest button and give everybody all their stuff back, let me know, or we'll just continue. We will just continue.
I think we're
I
good.
don't have anything.
Everybody can reset their HP.
Oh, one thing I am.
Oh,
going to,
never mind. Don't do that yet.
I'm gonna just, as part of my thing I'm linking to my artifact because I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Linking to your artifact. What's that?
My
He's
my
attuning.
my tuning.
You're
attuning
tuning
to
to Papa Zoddle's
to
thing. Yes,
Papa
please.
Zoddle's
So
thing.
just recall you only can attune 3, so make sure you're solid there. And yeah,
Oh
go
yeah,
for
I
it.
can.
And yeah,
Soon I'll
everybody,
be able to tune more, which will be nice.
everybody zip together their long rest. You may max out your
Another
HP.
19. Right?
You may regain 19 what?
It's 19 con for Amulet of Health, right?
Yeah, you should be able to
Yeah.
click on an Amulet of Health in your inventory and see its effect. Hopefully it's in there. If it's not, let me know. But yeah, HP, you get half of your hit dice back, half of your total hit dice back, and spell slots refreshed, all your abilities. You guys know what you're doing. You've been playing long enough.
Nah.
And after the 8 hours is over, the bubble will dissipate. Probably upon that, the crawling claws, which were all around the room, not being able to... I don't believe they can see through the bubble. You can choose for the bubble to be transparent. So the minute they see you, and it's not just the bubble, the hands scatter to the corners again. But other than that, this was a pretty successful rest.
Good.
Wunderbar.
Yeah, Victor gets his stuff reset too.
Oh, did Victor fight while I was gone?
No.
He did use a spell, I think. Let me just make sure that he has that reset for himself, if that is the case. Yeah, he used one first level spell. What did he use? Did you use a dispel magic for y'all? Oh, yep, and he used a teleport. That's right, for the going down into the down below.
Oh, that would have already been refreshed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then
yeesh.
I missed that from a long time ago.
Well, good, yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's all rested up now, so.
Before we can continue on, I simply need to go over my tomb and do things that happened in the night. Because that is important.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, boy.
Oh yes.
Just make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that all of this is where I want it to be.
Oh yeah, there, bud.
Oh yeah, there, bud. Nice job there, bud.
It's Faerun, but everybody has a Canadian accent.
Right.
One's Canadian or Minnesotan. Yeah.
So you have entered my tomb of annihilation.
Oh my god. No, that's
So
that's something to
the
be
other
We'll
thing-
stop you, Acerak, you jerk. Whoa, what's your language there?
Do you guys
friend?
want to do some minor discussion about the thoughts of what to do today before you take off for me, just so I can reset? Feel free.
Yeah.
I
The
think
other
the
thing
easiest-
we have is the keys.
Oh,
We had like a triangle one, like
Yeah, we're
pyramid
trying to go
type
on a
thing.
square one. We haven't got the third floor one
Yeah,
yet.
I have the square
I had
one.
the triangle one.
Yeah, the standing theory is that those are one per floor, so
Right.
we'll get the last one once we get.
Because we haven't gone down to the very, very bottom yet, right?
Very bottom is where we teleported to.
No, I think the very bottom was the
Or you're
where we
talking
teleported
the
to is below
floor.
the very bottom. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about. Yeah, we haven't been to the 4th floor.
because there's the one with the fan and all that other garbage on it, and then the next one down is like the purple moss crap, and then there's still yet another one below that, right?
Actually, we were on the 4th floor. That's where the archive thing that was painting us is,
Oh,
as well as with the T-Rex and Napaka's tomb as well. So that was on that floor. We just haven't left that room.
Okay.
That was off
We-
of the central like backdoor tower thing that we're next to right now.
We've kind of seen what's around on that floor already with like the boarhead shit and all that stuff. Do we want to go down and like backtrace through the blind artist stuff, and maybe grab the other plaque and kind of see what that looks like, or gonna assume there's a plaque down
Possible
there.
too.
Yeah.
Well, the point of us going back to collect experience was to catch up because Alex thinks we are behind on the XP curve for the deeper down stuff. So if that is the goal we want to go with, then going downward more probably not a great idea. So we should clear what's above us and then head downwards.
Any ideas on the damn fan then?
Damn fan. I don't think we were.
I have a one-time use ever thing that I could do, but that's about it.
I mean, it's
'Cause
not
otherwise
really
it's
the tent tomb first.
the wine room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Provided
can-
they got
One room
reset.
we could do because we're gonna set up a tent.
Yeah.
That should be reset now, in theory.
In theory.
Almost done.
So to the wine room.
Yeah, that's why we can swing back that way and then try to find a back way into that stupid Longo garbage. Because
I mean, it makes sense that there would be a way in. You know,
I mean,
zombie help stepping on the trigger.
yeah, and well, that and they have to. I'm sure they have to reset some kind of mechanism in there, whether it's the sarcophagus or whatever. Because the sarcophagus was all crystal up top, right? The lid of it was crystallized. That's why we could even see him in the first place.
Well, the idea is that adventurers are going to get themselves blown to pieces inside them, so somebody's got to clean that shit.
Viscera cleanup detail.
Literally.
That's what the tomb dwarfs are. They're just playing that game.
That's all it is. It's just a Sarah Rex tomb. That's what you're doing with that game.
Oh my god, I want to make a mod for it now. At that level.
How,
As this
how
entire
cool would that be?
tomb.
It's modern, so it's the entire tomb, and you're just going
Yeah.
room to room, cleaning up all the gunk.
Oh man, that guy. Man, he climbed into that chest. That was the end of that. And he opened it up as just a frozen gore.
That would be such a cool crossover level.
It would.
I also want to see that party that completely kills themselves on that one tomb. So they lose 3 people to the chest. They lose somebody to the fan. The final person is it
Fights
opens
and
up
fails.
the thing and then dies from the monkey.
Oh my god. Jesus, you guys.
Well, you know they did a Viscera cleanup for Shadow Warrior. It was like Shadow Warrior themed, so I assume it's cleaning up after the hero or whatever.
It's been so long since you guys have slept. Hasn't
Really?
it?
Yeah.
We did a lot in this day.
Yeah.
Like I should look at the calendar here.
Well, it's because we were trying to make use of the time.
Like we started this day finding this office.
And now we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back again.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
it has been a little while. I'm sorry this is taking one moment. I'm covering a lot of ground here.
That's why you're realizing how much we.
Yeah, y'all have been pretty active in the tomb thus far.
Yeah, because we killed like the golem thing.
Mhm.
We found the corpse of the goat dude in the circle to the other side.
Well, then we even went and did that shield room. You know, where you
Yep.
turn the shield around. We fought all those stupid skeletons in the
Mm-hmm.
thing.
You did your scouting down the dark thing with Fiera.
Think I've got everything. I'm just trying
Wine
to think
room.
of everywhere
Zombies.
that it has
skeletons.
gone thus far.
The Tomb Guardian holding the lever on the bottom floor, like that whole floor
True.
was also this
I
day.
missed the bit there. My Discord just flipped out.
It's okay.
All good.
My thing is just how many doors y'all opened. So I'm just-
Right.
I'm kind of just going through that.
We've been to a good portion of the tomb too, which is probably annoying.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to think of.
How much of the tomb have we completed?
You don't know.
You're not gonna tell us that. What are you doing?
I'm not asking Ed. I'm asking, like, let's be honest here.
Us. So from the maps that I've made, I'm pretty sure we've done most of the first floor.
There are 4 floors.
I would say 60%.
Well,
60%.
I'm not even saying 60. I think we're under 50.
we haven't even found out where those keys go either. Like, we don't even know what these keys are
Yeah,
used for.
so,
or where
like,
they
We've
are.
done
I think we've fully explored the top 2 floors. Like we know everything that's like the main rooms that are there, right?
'Cause we didn't go super far all the way down, right? We went to the bottom of the staircase and then kind of stopped going east.
Yeah, so like floors 1 and 2 are full. The 3rd floor is what we just did with the skull and the boar head and the froghemoth chamber, but we still have the eastern side of that to do.
Right. Yep.
Because we never took that hallway out into the main big chamber
Yeah,
with
because
the
there's a
stairs.
chain with the guys holding it. That's
Correct.
Yeah.
So we
And
could
we've done
probably
one
go
thing from
around.
floor 4 too, because we did the
Right.
Tyrannosaurus Rex was on 4th floor.
Correct. That and the Pocket's Tomb are the only things we've done there. And there was a big double door there where we could go back out into the regular part of the tomb.
That door is what I thought we found, but we were
Hmm.
still a floor above.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then there's the
There's still a whole
5th
nother
floor
level.
at the very bottom through the back door thing where we teleported down to that has all the gears and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which we
I say-
still
I
need
say
to
we try to
explore.
go for the wine room. That seems like the easiest. Like, it of course isn't the safest bet, but we kind of have an idea of how to disarm it.
Yeah, like now that we've rested, we should probably go there, see if it reset, and if it did, then yeah, we can do that. If it hasn't, we could
Just-
try the other side,
Mhm.
but that's also risky.
Could see if there's another Yaka skull on the other side. We'll start collecting skulls. Make it like Halo.
I would
Can't
like
get
to
double
do this.
disadvantage.
It would be pretty fun to be a collector of rare
Roll
antiquities.
3. Roll 3 dice. Take the 2 lowest.
God. And then have disadvantage with those two.
That sounds like a Chris Perkins thing. He would totally do it.
I apologize. This is taking a moment. There's no way for me to pre-prep this stuff. I'm sure you guys have guessed it by now. I am resetting parts of the
Right.
Oh, yeah.
tomb, but I'm having trouble opening windows right now, and I'm not 100% sure why it's doing.
Is it
that for
is
me.
it laggy for you, Ed?
It's not that it's laggy. It's just I go to click on things and like double click for windows and stuff, and it's like not surrendering to me. Like it'll open the window sometimes, and other times it won't. But I should be able to reset most things. And the problem is, you guys have rested in certain places where the reset would have not happened like quite before your eyes, and it's like, oh well, I have to like go back to places that you've rested before and possibly move things around there as well. So it's just becoming a little more of a task
Where
than
we
I
stopped
thought.
it.
Yeah, because they're not going to show up in the room we're sleeping in.
Not anymore, no.
I'm going to grab a drink while you do that.
Okay, go
I
for
will
it.
be on headset.
Go for it.
Cool.
I'm just resetting tokens. I can't open the things right
I will
now, but
actually
we'll
be right
just
back. I just have to go to the
open this as
bathroom
well.
really
Okay,
quick.
go for it.
Still want to go further down.
Okay, that should be fine, and that should be fine. Oh, why do I have... What are you doing up there? A secret Alexandria token hanging out in the behind the scenes. Like, whoa, where are you? What are you doing here? Get out of here.
Nothing.
Get out of here. Alright. That's all good. I think I have
Didn't have
everything
vision.
covered. I hope. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the places we slept were the Laughing Skull place and then the bottom of the circular chamber.
Yeah, it's the doors that are like the worst, because it's just like, how many doors have you opened that I've missed? And you're gonna go, that's an open door. I'll be like, no, it's supposed to be closed. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I wish there was like a reset button. That'd be really cool
Right.
just to click, but there's no way to have it do that to only some things and not others. Okay, I think I'm done. No promises. If you see certain things and you can go, what's going on there? And I'll just go, okay, let me fix that really quick. Give it my best shot. And hopefully clicking of buttons for certain things will be okay. Okay, cool. Alright. Then let's pick up with that delay. Your rest has gone unimpeded, and yeah, you've been discussing what exactly you want to do. We can pick up from there, and the world is turned back on. I'm here to help.
Floodlights come on.
The other thing we could do is go see if the flip the switch guy's back.
Just in case we accidentally stumble into the gun barrel. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was worth a little bit of XP. Fair
We
amount.
go down there. Do you remember exactly what way to get there?
Yes. You take this down a floor, I believe, and then you
Yeah,
go
we're
south.
super close to him.
Yeah, because he was in this weird little side chamber, right? So.
Yeah.
And we should always check there, just in case.
Yeah, if he ever comes back.
It should be like the checklist after we wake up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do we want to do that before we do the wine stuff, or?
Might as well.
Yeah,
Sure.
you guys make your way down the spiral stair, and you open that same iron door that you did before.
Mhm.
You open it, and to your expectation, you see on the other side a new golem. His hand on the trigger, looking back at you, unmoving,
Good
outside
call.
of just that turn.
There's another factory here somewhere.
Oh boy.
We should also check the factory.
Well, the one experiment room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do pass that room, going down there, and all the tomb dwarf bodies seem to be the same. That door seems to still be open, similar to the secret doors further down the passage over here. Those were all still open. Seems that those are much the same, and you would have noticed that upon passing, I think.
So that room is effectively
Still down, yeah.
still.
But yeah, when you swing open that door, your metal friend is on the other side. Do you dispense of him, or do you leave it for later?
We should kill him.
Okay. Yeah. No real challenge. You've dealt with this before. I'll give you half XP.
Okay.
Cool. Should we destroy the lever?
It'll just get
Well, they'll
repaired.
just fix it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Unscrew it. Take the handle.
We're in Groundhog Day. I need to start taking notes of things that we need to remember to do every day.
That's the biggest one I think we've so far.
Oh, I'm the
Uh,
god, not the god. The god.
One creature defeated. He's our boy. Number of characters will be 5. Party
We're
level
still level
is still
7.
7. That will be. So it was originally 360 each. So it will now be
80.
180. Yep. Everybody can take 180 XP.
Oh yeah.
And I will just mark him as dead.
Are you guys still in the? You guys are still in the office.
I haven't
Yeah.
moved. I haven't
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
you guys because I knew this was going to be it's going to be a minor
Right.
task. I was not going to
was
play
for
out.
long.
I was not going to play out the fight a second time.
Right. We've done this before.
Yeah, you've done it before. So you're like, okay, we remember.
As long as I don't roll to miss 9 billion times like the first time. Oh, that's weird. I go from 796 to 976.
Interesting.
My last 3 numbers. It's just weird.
Scramble those numbers, yeah.
Swapping.
So with the guardian of that portion of the tomb dealt with, where is our party heading next?
We have the wine room reset, right?
Wine room, yeah.
Yeah, wine room seems easy.
I can take you all to the wine room, so we're not having to move around maps like crazy. I wanna.
Well, this one's same map as wine room.
It's same, but easy mode. Put you right outside of it. Oh no! Don't fall!
I
The Wile E.
survived!
Coyote thing.
Don't fall! No, I'm so sorry, team.
Hold up the sign and fall through the. Yeah.
Let me just get you in
Oh.
here.
You've ruined us. You've ruined the tomb.
Is it open?
It
The
is.
low light vision is way better now.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God.
low light vision is way better. So you will notice that when you are viewing in your dark vision without War's light, which is currently on, you will see in green. And if your creature doesn't have low light vision, you will see normally, or is in normal light. That's I really wanted this light because I was like, shit, dude, that's really cool. So yeah, you can see that the sort of block that was sealing the wine tomb has lifted. The sarcophagus, which Alexandria would know since she sent her minions in there, and I believe you even had sight in this chamber, and others might have, is
Correct.
been resealed. Whether or not it still contains the skeletons that were in there trying to survive, maybe not.
So what's our plan here? Is to make it not
We
trigger?
We erect a tent over the tomb because when we remove the lid, the light hits the tablet at the bottom and the room floods with wine.
Okay.
We pitch a tent.
Are we hedging our bets at all and keeping people outside, or what's going
Probably
on?
should.
So
We shouldn't all be in there.
what we are going to do, and this is what I consider to be the safest plan, is War and I will go in.
So you can teleport
obviously
you out.
Everybody can, yeah, I can gate us out of the room.
Okay.
And I mean, obviously people can come in and help us set up the goddamn tent first, but after that, War can survive the longest in a submerged environment, so he should be there, and also Slimes. So he would be the best person if stuff goes unexpectedly. And I can only transport one other person, so...
Up to 3 for a dimension door?
I believe it was
Just the 2.
Unless it's higher level, right?
I mean, I
I don't know.
can't cast it as a higher level yet, so...
Oh, okay.
Yourself and...
I thought it was 2 others, because you and... Didn't you take someone else with Victor, or was that just the one?
No,
also bring one
it's just
willing
Victor.
creature. I cast it
willing,
multiple
okay.
times, which is why I
Oh, that's okay. That's got weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Well, shall we?
Yeah, might as well. The one thing I would... So we're assuming the tent's up at this point, right?
We'll
Yeah,
just start putting
who
up the
comes
tent.
in? Does it just War and Alexandria setting up the tent, or did you say you wanted some help?
I mean, sure.
You might as well.
The tent.
I'd say 2
I'll-
people can set up a 2-person tent. Fairly
Yeah.
Easy. A third person might be like, it might be one of those situations where like one person wants to do it one way and one person wants to do the other, and you're kind of fighting each other.
Too many cooks.
no.
Too many cooks. Yeah, you get the tent set up easily. It goes almost perfectly over the thing. You can see it kind of like bloated out on either side because of how high the sarcophagus is. It doesn't quite fit the triangular form, but it covers it.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So the rest of this is pop the top off of this.
Well, what I would love to do first is ask the DM, is there any light spilling through the top of the tent?
Make a perception check for
No.
me. Okay.
I will ask...
What's your passive? What's your passive
I
perception?
will
I
ask
mean, I can
War
too.
to make the
Well,
observation.
you are looking. You can ask. I would like to know what your passive is at least. Just your passive. If you don't want to make an act, if you just want to like peer and see if any light's coming through because you're curious, and then ask War. But what is your passive?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. Passive perception is
It's not low, is it?
12.
12. Never
Mine's
mind.
14.
You don't have to make a roll of any kind. You can see that it is dim. The light is quite bright coming from above, but it's like if the sun was shining on a tent and there would be a little bit coming through. But this isn't like our tents in the real world. This is like a thick, like
Canvas.
So probably not a lot of light. No.
All right.
Like wool or leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
it's
remember
dark.
where the plate was? Is it directly in the center?
I believe it's in the middle. Yeah. Like, kind of where you would expect the corpse to be laying. It's just...
I will also try to just spin the top, so that
spin
that
the
way the unless it's on hinges, I guess. It depends.
I don't think it
Like
is.
lift and
Like
twist.
the
instead of-
sarcophagus lid. Like if you just
Yeah.
push it up and then still keep it on top of it, just spin it so that it's still shadowing it. That's the other.
Let me see if the adventure specifies anything about that. Mm, No, it doesn't specify. It would just slide off. It's like not connected in any direct way. It's much like the other ones that you've had before that
Okay.
you sort of push off.
Okay. So rather than like push it all the way, I'm gonna try to get it loose and then spin it so that it's also still over the plate. Kind of hedging that. Doing
Okay.
both just in case.
Trying to like pull it to the side so it's still resting on top.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You turn it over to the side, War. Enough to expose the plate. That's your plan? Ooh, there's a big buzz there.
Expose it from the side, but not let the light touch it.
Yeah, yeah.
top.
The canvas seems to be blocking that for the most part. But if you kind of get inside of this tent, I'm imagining the situation is a little cramped. You've got the tent's sort of stretched to its limits with this action, so we can see you inside of it, like pulling on one side, and then you're moving and shifting this sarcophagus lid on the other side. We can just sort of see parts of the tent get strained. Luckily, it doesn't break in any way, and you are able to sort of push it into a position to reveal the inside. And you look in, War. You see, though it is dark, some of the light from outside can give you some dim. Yeah, you can see that it is entirely empty. The only thing is that bronze plaque. It seems to be bolted to the bottom of the sarcophagus. It says "Drown your sorrows." But Alexandria, you notice that as he turns that and looks inside, you hear sort of metal turning behind you, and you look towards one of the gargoyle mouths on the wall, and you see that its teeth, that sort of spiral stone and metal situation, its teeth has shifted open, almost spinning, like the teeth have sort of spun out, and it forms a hole about yay wide, enough for a medium creature to crawl through on hands and knees. But a little bit of wine trickles out, just a little bit. Probably spills a little small puddle onto the floor. Other than that, just an open maw, and it is right here.
And it's just that one.
Just that
They
one.
didn't uniformly do that.
They did not uniformly open.
All right, so I guess
well,
more. I guess the theory of more will present itself holds true.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to the hallway. I don't see a giant stone blocking it.
No stone blocking the hallway. You see your friends.
All right, it looks like we've done it.
Done it.
One of the
Opened.
passages opened. Yeah.
Find anything interesting?
Well, I imagine that's what we're to find out.
It's a few feet off the ground. Anybody who kind of probably about 5 feet off the ground. War would most likely be the only one in the party to see it at head's length. Anyone else would have to kind of get up and look inside. Again, the hole is wide enough for like a humanoid creature to crawl through. It's like a sewage grate kind of thing.
Alexandria is probably 5 feet tall.
Do we want to be more exploity than we already have been, and just send Fiera just clacking up the tunnel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to
I
send her
vote
in?
for that. Let's
All
be
right.
as cautious as possible.
Yeah, you don't have to get the token out. I can just send you information.
Someone's gonna have a long drink if we don't.
You also probably don't want to be standing there, Josh.
Oh, is it right here? I thought
That's
it was
right.
on the
That's
in.
right.
I thought it was on the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna keep right out here just in case. Just kind of standing sentry.
Soul survivor.
Well,
I will.
Don't say that. Got enough anxiety issues.
I will say, she can't fly, but she's got her feet, and her feet only go a little bit deep into what is like a just sort of small collected like pool, like leftover of wine in here. So just the bottom of this thing, probably a few inches of wine. She steps through, and the passage seems to just sort of keep going before listing rather to the west. And then it will be this. Let me whisper this to you. Mm-hmm.
Give me those sweet whispers.
There you go.
Okay. I don't think I can smell through her.
Assume you can for this, since I've
I
given
would
you this
prefer not
description.
to, but fair enough.
You can also minus that description if you want. I'm cool with whatever.
If
You
you're
want.
in see-through her, you probably can smell too.
I think smells fine.
You take over the senses, right?
It doesn't
Yeah.
hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Not all of it.
Yeah, it's not all.
I thought you told me
sure it's just
You still
like,
feel through your body.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was totally like Beastmaster that shit. Like you can feel everything, but
oh god, I would hope not. Not with how wizards tend to use their familiars.
yeah.
Poor
As
Fiera.
prodding traps, yeah.
All right. Well,
You want her to
This-
crawl back in after the survey? Or she stay in there?
Can I have her fly into that room and
Chill?
perch
Yeah,
on top of
absolutely.
the thing?
absolutely.
Nothing.
You should be able to visually see in there too. Let me see.
I mean,
let me get her out. Yeah. Because it'll only be you. Let me get her in. Okay, you should be able to go down on the map and see.
It's somehow so much worse. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. All right, the tunnel is safe until it gets to the end. There is yet another sarcophagus, and because an eerie stone sarcophagus in the middle of a room isn't bad enough, there's also a pentagram around it.
Lovely.
This gets worse with this place.
Are there
Does it
any iconography?
Quick question. I'm noticing okay, so it's up. Like it goes up, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think once we're in that room, we're safe from any of the wine issues.
However,
However, there is no exit from that room. So also, we're looking at frog-like humanoid figurines on the lid of the coffin.
This
could
might be Nang Nang's then. Which
Yeah.
is another that would be. Let's see. Nang Nang
Let's see,
is.
second floor. Let's get second floor music.
Hey, Moa.
Probably not friends
Yes, bro.
Moa.
with who we have.
So, how well do you know Nang Nang?
Nang Nang. It has been some time. I have been acquainted with him before.
He a good guy?
I think it is dependent upon who you ask. Nang Nang is a... How do I put this? And she just ponder. You hear her just ponder for a moment and pause. Says, Nang Nang tends to think of himself more than other people. It has caused him problems in the past. But I do not think he is not a redeemable soul.
Would the other spirits in our party would they like to be with him?
Who do we have in our party again? What of my brothers and
God.
sisters?
Papazadal.
Shigambi?
We do not have Shigambi. Shigambi would be the opposite.
Okay. We have Ubalaka and who?
Papazadal.
Papazadal and Ubalaka.
Oh, it is unfortunate that Ubalaka is still with us.
No, it's not.
I believe that Ubalaka... Actually, honestly, most of us would be okay with Nang Nang. Tolerable, at least.
But what do you mean, most of us?
Ubalaka, I think, would be irritated, but it wouldn't be so bad as if it were Aijin.
Oh, okay.
Probably
So-
feels similar to me.
Moa tells me that bringing this guy in wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Ubalaka makes a sound in your head, enough to clear out, fortunately, any yammerings of your new skull friend, and you just hear him say,
Bad as Moa. For now, can deal. Get rid of later.
Makes sense.
I sarcastically ask Your Highness what he thinks.
Yeah, he has to pop his out. He says,
Oh no!
yeah, you hear him says, what is that? Oh, servant, I forgot that you were there. Yes, what is your question? Nang Nang, you say? Oh, that little troublemaker. You know, if he was taught any form of obedience, he might make a good servant, but outside of that, he really doesn't have much other use. If you are going to bring him into the fold, be sure to utilize that little spear of his. It is worth something.
He is acceptable enough. That seems to be the general consensus of all of our spirits.
Could be worse. Yeah.
Personally, I want the flail snail to be in our party.
Yeah.
I want War to have the flail snail.
Oh my god.
A turtle and a snail. It's the perfect
That's funny, though.
combination.
The
Oh my god.
Nang Nang stole the spear from, what was it? Shigambi back in the day. And that's why they were opposites.
At least it's not Shigambi. At least we don't have Shigambi in our party.
So we crawling through this tunnel.
Who's gonna use a spear?
It looks
Well,
plenty
I
big
don't
enough.
know that. Never mind.
Well, we could crawl through, I suppose. We'd still have to lift the sarcophagus lid.
We do have a, if it's Nang Nang, only a jewel can tame the frog, is a clue on this floor.
If
Wasn't
he's a
Brolin
Slaad,
carrying that gem that controls them?
Oh,
I don't know if that would be applicable here, just because most of the shrines had things within their area.
Well, it's from the same floor.
I thought we got that from Wither's office.
Yeah, it's from
No.
the same floor.
My other concern is that there's only one exit in that room.
Right.
it's a grung.
It's the frog thing.
It's the little froggies. Like
Yeah, the
little
ones
tribal
we
frogs.
fought them all over the place. The
Yeah, we had the big fight with them and the plant people
We had,
Remember
that we
the
made a
catapult
friend
thing
with
crossing,
back in the day.
and then we triggered the whatever the fuck it was, and it launched it like miles away.
Oh yeah.
that was amazing.
That stupid that the whole thing was a clone.
Yep.
I remember that. I also remember that you stole the staff.
Yeah, I pulled the staff right out of.
Stole the staff.
Yep.
Okay, so apparently on top of the sarcophagus are 12 painted wooden statues depicting grunts.
And you said there was
12,
a.
painted-
You said
12
there was a
wooden statues.
Well, isn't he the grung one?
Yes.
Because one of the spirits is a grung.
Yeah, Nang Nang himself is a grung.
So what's gonna happen is those things are gonna animate. And
Probably.
we're gonna have to fight 12 grunts. And
Oh.
also him, probably.
Unless there's a jewel or something that in that room. Like, that might be something to look for.
It's true. Well, I suppose if we're doing this, would you like to do the honors? Motions toward the
I mean, I can start us.
Yeah, any medium creature can make its way crawling through. War would be the most uncomfortable in this situation if he doesn't
Mhm.
like cramped spaces.
I can
But
meander through.
yeah, you can crawl your way through War. You would see a little ways in. The wine does seem to pool a little bit deeper midway, only a few inches, and you would see an opening similar to what Fiera saw. I failed to mention this before. It is because it is of no consequence. When you can move one more step forward safely, it opens up into what seems to be a mostly emptied vat of wine.
He's gonna try to look through it and see if there's anything pooled at the bottom.
No. It's like barely anything left.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have
So
mentioned
it's-
something for Fiera if it was of consequence.
So it's like a one-time.
Phil.
Well, they probably
one-time
just haven't
show?
refilled it.
I mean, we have
Yeah.
taken out quite a few tomb dwarfs. To be fair, we took out the.
A lot.
There's
We
a
took
Tomb
out the
Dwarf
casters.
factory downstairs.
we
This
took out
whole
the
place is a
casters.
Tomb Dwarf
I
factory.
think we've killed like 10 or 12 tomb dwarves now.
I mean, we've done some damage on the janitors, that's for sure.
Okay.
We're going in.
Guess
This
I
is,
will get a
Alright.
boost up from Fenrir and then watch Fenrir try and get up too.
Oh, poor Fenrir. Yeah, you can see it sort of clamber up as the sound of metal scraping against stone.
As I
Whoa.
step into this room, can I see anything else? Just do like a head on a swivel kind of thing before I duck in here.
What's your passive?
23.
Nope.
Okay.
There ain't anything
19
else.
doesn't matter.
Anything else of note in this chamber are everything I've already described to you. If you remember the multiple
Yeah.
gargoyle statues, this one's mouth is the only one that's open.
Just making sure nothing's moving as we all disappear into this little hole.
You eye the stone block behind you. It's still in the ceiling. You give it the double. Yeah, you can clamber through.
Do we want to try to? I'm gonna take a look around, like just not
Hold
touching anything.
Hold on, wait a sec. I'm coming. Hey, hang on.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I'll help you look around.
So now that we're in this room, who all wants to play that Diablo RPG that Matt Mercer is going to release eventually?
Yeah, Alexandria, can I scoot in?
Oh, you want to stand exactly where I am? Sure.
Would you? Oh, why'd you move forward? Okay, all right. That's on you, not me.
If anything was going to trigger, it would have triggered before. And
Okay.
if it's going to trigger, it'll be once we pass through the circle.
Probably that.
Before we do anything, I check for traps. Check for traps.
Sure.
With War's assistance, because War already said that.
I'll
Yeah.
make a perception check.
With
Help.
advantage. 25.
Pentagram in the middle of the room. And it is yeah, so just to give this description to everybody that didn't get to see before, the air here reeks of sulfur and brimstone. On the floor of this chamber, a pentagram traced in salt surrounds an ornate sarcophagus, its lid covered with figurines of prancing frog-like humanoids. Yep, and arranged atop the sarcophagus are those 12 painted wooden statues depicting grungs.
Sulfur, salt, great.
Sulfur,
Pentagram.
salt, pentagram. Other than the obvious, a 25 perception check. The check
Feel
for
free to-
traps.
Whispers, if you need.
Sure. I like that.
If you're not comfortable out loud, spot things.
No, I like this.
I do have a 19 passive, if that matters.
19 passive perception. You know what? I don't need to whisper this. Actually, let me actually see something here before I even give this a shot. Let's see this work. Okay, cool. Let me just make a quick.
Should have taken the observant feat a long time ago.
More so if we ever start using some of the rules I've seen for perception.
Baseline 23 is fucking fantastic.
It breaks the game.
Interesting.
I step into a room and it's just like bing 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 all the way down. So
Nobody's
The DM just
nobody's passive picks anything up.
Okay.
But Valphine, you do notice something very small, and I don't really want to whisper it to you because I don't know how to describe it outside of just talking. I don't want to type forever. Some of the So this room is not perfectly still. Your keen eye, looking for any kind of trap, anything that stands out as something dangerous, would notice that some parts of the inner pentagram of the sort of salt markings on the ground, every once in a while, it's almost like a sort of brief draft hits a line, and a few of the salt pieces just sort of tingle to the side.
Dude,
Wait. What if it's breathing?
The pentagram is breathing?
I don't know.
Do I feel any moving air from where we are?
Not from where you are, no.
Can I look around and see if there's a source to this? Do I see anything up,
No
down?
source, no. Your 25 would tell you there's no source that you can see. You don't see any vents. You don't see anything where the air would be coming from.
It's just a hunch. But there's something. I get the feeling something is breathing.
What do you mean breathing?
Some of the salt particles on the inside of the pentagram are occasionally
Shifting.
moving.
Brolin, don't you think this would be a wonderful time for you to make use of your talents?
Like
This
what?
looks
You
like-
mean you just want me to trigger the trap so I can die?
Those are the
Or-
smallest earth elementals I've ever seen.
Perhaps
Little,
detect
little
magic?
salt elemental.
That is true.
Terrifying if you had thousands of tiny earth elementals.
All right.
That swarm.
Death by a million cuts. Yeah.
All right. Brolin rolls up his imaginary sleeves, and he goes, "All right, here we go." And I'm going to, Ed,
Yeah.
are there any plants in this room?
You're not gonna speak to plants, damn it.
There are no plants in the room.
Damn hippie.
There's not a vine or a twig.
No. There's nothing that has grown down into this chamber. It's been
So-
sealed, it seems.
Where are the salt
Alright.
particles moving?
I'm gonna cast
inner-
find traps.
Near the inner portion of the pentagram.
Pentagon
So-
in the middle.
Yeah, I would assume around the sarcophagus. It's just ever a slight draft. Do the particles ever return to their original resting place, or they just?
It's
constantly,
literally like it's so, because you rolled a 25, this is so subtle. This is like
Mhm.
near to demigod level of being able to just see
That's right.
things. It's like 3 or 4 minute particles that you just barely catch the flash of the light on when they move to the side, and they're just sort of. It's just so. This is so subtle, so slight. You're casting a spell, Brolin?
Yes, detect traps or find traps.
Yeah, you sense
Like
the
it could
presence
also
of
be
trap.
something like walking over it that's invisible.
Yeah, or we can't see. Yeah.
Yes, Brolin.
I find a trap.
You don't find one, but you know that there is one within your line of sight.
Can I have it? Ooh, can I have Papa Asarak whisper in my ear and tell me what kind of trap? A brief description of it.
Papa Sararak. I don't know how are you talking to Papa Sararak?
Oh,
You learn
you know, yeah, you learn.
General nature of the danger posed by the trap that you sense.
And last time when I used this trap, he whispered in the wine room. He said, "Drowning."
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You got a little lich ASMR going on.
Don't learn the location, but you learn the general nature of the danger posed by the trap that you sense.
You hear the words, "Enemy within."
All right. Some kind of enemy within. Though, considering this is the tomb, I think that
Are
might
you
be a
your
play
own
on.
worst enemy.
Yes,
Don't get off there.
arguable.
Somebody should get out that control gem just in case.
But considering this is the tomb, I mean, it could mean a number of things. It could mean an enemy in the sarcophagus, or it's gonna take something out of us, so we gotta fight it. Or...
Do you have the control gem, Brolin?
No, I have the control gem.
Yeah, I
You
don't
have the
have.
control gem.
What's a control gem?
Don't worry about it. Is this a magical item I need to attune to?
Let me see.
That is an excellent question. Pop a squat for 1 hour right here.
Papa Squaddle.
I have to open up that room. You got that? You got that inside of? Where'd you get that? You got that inside of Wither's?
Wither's office, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found
It's
it
in the desk, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we went digging through his drawers.
Let me just see if I can find it. Here it is. One
Forgot
second.
that I have an entire bag of holding full of
No.
these books.
I mean, to be fair, guys, it is a great Slaad control gem, and this is a grung, so
Okay.
probably not going to work.
Frog versus Grung, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't know.
Um,
They're similar-ish, but
you
not.
cast Identify on this, right?
Yeah, that's why we know it's a.
I think
That's
so.
how you know. Yeah. It is not an
Yeah.
attuned magical item, no.
Cool.
Excellent. Whoa.
Well, I be very, very
You
careful.
said enemy within. It's probably within the circle, not within the sarcophagus, based on the seeing movement.
Can anyone see anything invisible?
This is gonna be a.
I
Wait.
don't think I have any
do
way
I-
of seeing invisible.
I can go invisible.
No fairy fire.
Yeah, fairy fire or.
I might have fairy fire. I do have fairy fire.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
What did you've never used it?
Yeah, because I'm usually doing other things that are more important.
Ed, can I roll a perception check in the room?
Yeah, if you'd like to. What are you with what intent? What are you looking for?
The circle, the pentagram. To be
Okay.
precise.
What you're looking for? Just anything interesting?
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Do perception.
That's pretty good. You actually managed to spot some of those misplaced salt particles that Valphine saw. Just a few that aren't in sort of perfect line with each other. And you probably even catch after a few moments one or two, sort of, just some sort of rogue draft. They've left their previous position.
So fucking creepy.
I just cast fairy fire. It's a 20-foot cube.
Oh,
Valphine.
you wanna spend a spell slot?
You could hit what?
I could hit
This?
everything from like
This
middle
area.
square.
Can
Almost
I-
every-
This is a 20-foot. Oh wait, I got that in the wrong layer.
Be these.
Valphine.
It's a 4x4, right?
Yeah, it's a 4x4.
Yeah. I just wouldn't
Okay.
be able to catch any of the partial the partial squares of the circle, essentially. Yeah, why not?
Can I
That's
hold
very
an
fair, this.
attack before he does that? Or no, it's too late now?
That's
Or-
up to Wifflespark in this moment. He's just doing it. You can you will be able to see Valphine protest or something. I don't know what she does.
Okay, yeah. Do you want me to do this?
I just want to draw an
Just-
arrow before we do this,
Put this over
and
here
just
for now.
hold for hostile creatures.
Does anyone know what a pentagram like this would be used for? Either.
Summon circle, right? I mean, not the characters, but
Yeah, probably
that's what
like
I'm
a
wondering.
demon.
It's more like
I will assist Alexandria in an Arcana check.
for that kind of a thing.
Thanks. Although, did we ever discuss what the pillars were?
Was there anything on the pillars?
Are they
They are just pillars that support the ceiling, from what you can
I was
see.
gonna say, yeah, they weren't described very
All right,
crazy.
yeah, I'll roll an Arcana check and try and discern the nature of the pentagram, if that is what I can do. Would it be Arcana or religion?
It would be religion.
Okay.
Or, you know what, you can do Arcana too. Whichever one is higher, I think, is totally up to you.
They are the same.
Nice.
Shit,
Skill in those. I don't. That's why I was insisting you.
I do too, for the record, in the future, if we need to, like, bypass the...
So, Alexandria, from what you can understand, you see the symbol of the pentagram. You know it to be something that is more or less seen in depictions of... It's been seen in multiple depictions. Some of that of the Abyss, some of the Nine Hells. Both have had that sort of symbolism somewhere within there. What catches your eye and what is intriguing to you is the fact that it is made with salt. You know that salt is meant to keep fiends, ghosts, other things of the kind inside. It is used as a barrier to leave things away. Aberration, certain creatures cannot cross that line. So that is significant to you, that this is made out of salt.
That reinforces the theory then. There is an apparition haunting the sarcophagus, and it is being prevented from leaving the circle by
And
the
make
salt
it
rings.
visible.
Yeah, I will queue up a firebolt to strike at anything invisible that becomes hostile.
I already have my axe on, and will hold an attack for a thing in front of me. There's an enemy in range.
Maybe I'll stand over here. And then
I'm holding a...
back
yep.
here.
I'm holding an arrow.
And then
So
maybe
Luke-
also right here.
Wait, what?
All right.
Just make sure you're within 30 feet of me.
You're casting Fairy Fire first?
I am gonna cast Fairy Fire. Yeah.
All right, where's the square? Where's the square going?
Top two corners on those two pillars. So it's everything that is a full square.
Everything right in the dead center. I like it. Oh, great. That wasn't hidden. Lovely. What's your DC?
My DC?
Yeah. Please tell me it's higher than that.
I didn't actually.
Because
Look
if it's
even.
not, that's lame.
My DC is 15.
Beautiful. It doesn't matter. I was like, prompt me for the stealth. Prompt me for the stealth. No. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. No stealth. So, yeah, we see as the blast of sparkling gnomish light infiltrates the center of the circle. We immediately see the illumination of a hulking figure, more than 8 feet tall, massive sort of long legs, almost triangular-like torso that's very, very wide at the top, and it has sort of Ression's back, this huge blade. We can see the outlines of the eyes, its frog-like face, and its massive maw that just curls around its face, and it just lets that grin slide the whole way. And you can see in the gnomish illumination all of those details of this figure.
Purple, by the way.
Sitting at the center. Yeah, as purple. And it just... And you can hear it. And it lets out some words after this is cast, and you just hear, Diasunalo.
What language?
Anybody understand Slaadish? Or probably what's the planar speak for
Bissell?
it's not abyssal. They don't come from the abyss.
Does anyone speak Slaad?
Oh, literally Slaad.
They have their own.
They have their own
Their own
language?
language?
They have their own language.
I mean,
Nope.
That has never been on a selectable list, so no.
Okay, cool.
Don't we have?
Comprehend. I don't. Do we
I have
comprehend?
comprehend languages. I'll cast comprehend language.
Okay, go ahead and spend a spell slot.
All right.
And we have a minute, by the way, before he becomes. Well,
Yeah. For the duration, I understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
A minute. Okay. Perfect. I'll keep that in
I'm
mind.
also fucking got my hand in my pocket, fingering that
On
gem.
the control gem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear his voice.
It seems my meal is clever.
Well, unfortunately, I can comprehend, but I can't reciprocate. So.
might speak common
Yeah. He steps
or
forward
celestial.
and just sort of gets up real close. Let me put that there. He gets right up to the edge of the circle.
The Dark One told me there would be food. I am so hungry.
No food today. Nobody fucking touched that circle.
Doesn't seem to understand. Yeah, whatever you're saying.
What's it saying?
I'm going to grab the control gem, and I'm going to activate it.
His
And
eyes
I'm-
flash towards it. And he looks pissed. You activate it?
Yeah, she'll smile and she'll activate it.
Yeah, you activate it, and immediately you see his eyes turn to yours, almost like they're being forced by a chain. And he just lets out a horrible sound, and it gargles for a little while until it finally cleans up, and its head's just shaking, and it looks at you, and you hear a voice inside of your head.
What do you will of me, my master?
Back up 20 feet.
You see as Alexandria... Well, you say that in response to the telepathy, right? In your
Yeah.
head. So Alexandria sort of holds out the gem, and we see it sort of shimmer in her hand. Immediately, the thing turns to it, looks at her frustrated, and almost feels stiffened. And then it takes a pained step back, and another, and another, and another.
Prostrate yourself.
Oh.
The sword clangs to the ground, and he kneels on one knee, and then the other. And he puts both of those huge, sort of amphibian-like hands down onto the stone of the ground, pushing away at some of the salt, and you can see it like burns at his flesh, and he prostrates himself before you.
How long does this last?
How long does the control gem last?
Let me give you information on control gems.
This is where we find out I get 30 seconds and then it burns up and is gone. It's like,
Yeah, you piss him off, make him do stupid shit, and then it disintegrates, and he
Cracks.
just gets extra mad at you. Yeah.
Oh, it spat out more than it was supposed to because for whatever reason it won't type a certain amount in a whisper. So you got the first half and then the rest went to everybody else. So we'll just post it all so everybody can see what a control gem does, unfortunately.
Vision and remove. Let's try.
A lot of this has to do if the control gem is still within the Slaad's form. A minute will pass, so it has remained invisible, and that will dissipate. But you assume it's still where it's supposed to be, Alexandria. So you've given it no other order.
okay. Well, if we're going to do anything with this sarcophagus, now would be the time. Do we want to open it?
Have him open.
Or do we want him to open it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do we want to open it? Because I will have him open it.
While we have it under our control, absolutely.
All right. Open the sarcophagus. I say, to the telepathic link.
It gets up and makes it. You guys don't see anything. You just sort of hear the shifting in the chamber, and you would. Let me take a peek here at this. Okay, let's see. Let's see how he does with this.
It's where we watch 12 grungs attack him.
Yeah, you hear you can hear it sort of shift, and nothing moves. You hear a grunt.
I cannot. It is too heavy.
Something of this experience, Alexandria. You have total control over the creature, but there is an ever-present feeling of malevolence against you. It is fighting as much as it can. You know it can't break it, but there is it despises you, and every time it can't, like right now, it takes pleasure in the fact that it couldn't actually do this.
You may have to do it yourself.
Rub your face in the salt and try again.
And you see immediately this sort of burning, and the invisibility will drop as he takes a point of damage.
Okay.
And you see this figure. Let me give you guys some art of your friend. You notice that there is an empty sort of cavity in its chest where the gem probably once was. Again, standing about 9 feet tall. It has like, additional to that illustration, it has like a leather strap to hold the sheath of its great sword, which is just sort of on the floor at its side. Yeah, he'll go for it again. I think I have to treat him the same way I would you guys. If nothing's going to change, he can't do anything about it. He can't just continue to roll at it. So unless something is different, maybe ask him to use his sword, maybe some kind of leverage or whatever you got for him, or come at it at a different angle other than pushing it. He will fail to try to just shove it over the same way he did last time.
That's fair.
It is too heavy.
Disappointing. Well, it's too heavy for the great sword-wielding Slaad.
Where did you get that stone?
From the one who ripped it out of your chest, I would wager. So what's the situation? I'm going to say to the party as I'm entertaining that conversation. Don't disturb the salt. I can have him back up, or if you want to hoist that thing open.
I can give it a try. Crowbars help with this, right?
Yeah, they give advantage to this kind of situation.
Why don't we just give him a crowbar?
You want to throw him a crowbar?
Yeah.
We could.
You
A
could.
crowbar.
Here. I don't
disturb
pull
the
out a
salt
crowbar.
Potentially causing trouble. Maybe Valphine could mage hand the crowbar over to him.
Yeah, I'd like that rather than displacing some salt by accident. So,
Yep.
going
for it.
just snap a mage hand into the air.
Yeah, as it drifts over to him, he kind of head turns.
And what would you have me do with this?
I would have you use it to open the sarcophagus.
He grabs it out of the air.
I don't think you know what you're dealing with.
And he jams it underneath the thing, and he will make another check.
Alexandria, can you step on me later?
He'll make another strength check with advantage to try and pull this thing open. He does so. He puts it under and puts just that huge weight of this abyssal creature into the thing, and it pops the top on this thing. This stone lifts and slides, slamming, down onto the salt, disturbing the inner ring. And he just sort of cocks ahead as he looks at that disturbance.
Don't let him touch it.
I
Now-
hold my breath. I start holding my breath as the sarcophagus opens.
It is opened
Hey.
and nothing has happened. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Alexandria.
I'm going to ask him to take 10,
Figures spew.
10 feet forward.
But my master, I am free. Why?
Wait,
Eh?
did you say forward?
Well, hold
Towards
on.
you?
He said he's free, so he.
Yeah, he says he's free as he gestures to the salt circle.
Why not let me out? I could serve you better out there.
If you behave, I'll consider it. Now, if you want to be free, would be the time to impress me. Takes 10 steps forward.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration to
Okay,
not
yeah,
do
I
this.
guess it yeah.
Yeah, make a persuasion check. Oh shit!
Oh my god.
He does so without resistance. You don't feel. I mean, there's still that subtle like malevolence there, but you don't feel any resistance to this act. He steps forward almost of his own free will.
I have done so.
Offer up your sword. Place it on the ground and step back 20 feet.
You are afraid. Good.
He draws the sword, clambers it onto the ground, and
A
he
tool
takes.
is useless if it holds no fear.
And he steps back 20 feet.
All right. Who wants to look in the box?
What's in the box?
What's the box?
All those little
I'll-
pieces just fell onto the floor. All the little Nung statues are on the floor.
Oh, there.
Uh,
Okay.
They're spewed across the salt.
Just as a like player thing, if this is a spear, who's gonna want to use that, right?
I don't have.
I don't know.
I don't have pole
Okay.
arm.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Anyone can
would,
use a spear as a simple weapon.
right?
And
I
it's-
would.
Is it spear or javelin that's thrown? Can you throw a spear?
Yeah.
Without
you
I
throw a
think
spear.
spear's a throw.
20 and 60. Yep.
2060.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, that could be my backup throne thing, but
Could be.
Yeah. You'd also have to attune to it and get the spirit.
right. And
Yeah.
it would be Nang Nang, which would be the literal only thing
everything
that
else.
it says
Yeah.
about him is he's crafty and he stole the spear. That is the only thing in the entire story
Yep.
about him.
Well,
Which could
war,
be an interesting thing for war. But
But it isn't the
Is that-
flail snail.
this is true.
We wear a double shell in this one, so.
Like the only other person I could think would be actually Brolin, but you already have a spear.
Yeah, I already have the Moa staff.
Mm-hmm.
So is this me?
This might be you.
Okay.
Do you want it, or do you want to just pick it up and stop it?
Hmm.
You can resist. Still,
'Cause you
remember.
can resist. And
Yeah.
I can. If you don't, if you want to resist, I can help.
Yeah, like resisting gives you a choice, right? Is how this has been going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose to forego a save if you want to take it. Always. It's always an option.
Hmm.
I choose to fail.
You can.
Like the only other thing was like, are there other ones that are gonna be more useful? Is the thing there, but I said it was
Yeah.
a holy spear. It could be useful.
And there might be a way for us to change spirits if need be. One spirit might be able to force the other spirit out.
It also really fits thematically with some stuff going on with war. So I think, all right, I'm going for it.
All right.
Yep.
You want it?
Alright.
You don't want me to help you?
Still help. Just in
Still help?
case.
Okay. Then you get to
Okay.
add +4 to your save.
Okay.
Nice.
What is that? Guidance?
Yeah.
I just don't know what the ability is. The power.
It is a
Tell me the
let's
power.
find it. It is Flash of Genius. It allows me to apply my intellect to someone else's save.
Someone else
Okay.
save. That's very cool.
Me or someone else.
Got it. You or somebody else.
I have a limited number of them per rest.
Roger. So +4 to a save. That's nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up here then.
Yeah, you cross the threshold of the salt. As you do, the Slaad sort of twitches.
Welcome.
But you
I'm
just
gonna
hear
try-
the words.
Niasu.
I try not to disturb the outer ring. Is
Okay,
there
yeah,
an area
step
that
over it.
was like visibly disturbed from that?
Yeah.
Salt.
This side here of the pentagram. This sort of cross area has been disturbed because of
While
the
he walks up
stone
here,
slamming.
he's gonna try to kick it back into place.
That's a bit of work because it's kind of spilled around and there's also a big old stone slab on top of it. You can take 10 minutes to do it if you want.
10 minutes to do it.
It's literally like putting a salt line back and also
Right.
moving a giant slab of stone out of the way.
yeah. I get you.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the thing first though.
Okay.
I'll take a look into the
Yeah,
sarcophagus.
you look over the side of the sarcophagus and you see within that it looks to be a few things. You see a varnished clay urn that seems to just sort of be the largest thing in here. It's sealed and sort of resting in the center of this sort of pile of straw, of very, very old straw. You can only imagine those to be. It's an urn. It's very much probably remains. You see sort of a few things gathered within as well. A couple of bottles corked with liquid inside. You see what looks to also be an egg, about this big, spotted.
Can I identify what kind of egg that is? Being
Make
nature.
a nature check. Yeah.
Being a turtle.
Nope.
No, you're not. You're not really. You're not quite sure.
Give it to Brolin. I'll look at it.
Best guess.
Trust me.
Best
Throw
guess.
me the fragile egg.
Best guess. The statues, knowing that this is Nang Nang,
Could be a
grung,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yep.
Could also be a gray salad.
Could be a gray salad.
A gray salad.
Oh yeah, we
Nope,
call them salads
salad.
for fun.
I am a
If you
great
SLA.
which one? Does it imprint on you or is it like?
Who knows?
Oh man. Okay. Well, is that all that's in there? Is the
Yeah,
urn
those
and
are the
egg
contents that
and-
you see.
See a spear anywhere?
No spear.
Well, not what I expected to see.
What did you find, War?
There's an urn and an egg.
An egg?
An egg.
Grung?
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me see the egg.
Well, you can step
Alright.
in there, Brolin. Absolutely. Just don't watch the outside circle.
Yeah, I step over the outside circle. All right, let me see.
During this time, to keep the Slaad from thinking about doing anything, I'm going to ask it a question.
Yeah. What do you want to ask it? You have a telepathic connection
Yeah.
with it.
I'm going to ask him what foul circumstance brought him to be trapped here.
Yeah. He would sort of smile and say,
What reason do I have? tell you.
She'll raise an eyebrow and says, well, if you want to be my companion, I do believe opening a dialogue is the first way to bridge trust.
Return my stone, and I'll tell you everything you want to know.
I'll consider it.
He smiles at the notion. He doesn't seem willing to give information freely unless he's commanded. He'll take whatever he can.
I wonder if the compulsion is so powerful that I could demand to know what he would do with his freedom.
You want it? Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it a command.
That's such a gray area. Like, technically, he could answer anything that he would want to do.
He could say he'd enjoy
he could
himself.
answer. He could answer multiple
I would
things.
enjoy myself. Like, oh, that's technically true. I mean, continue with the problem stuff.
So Brolin, yeah, you step over, and you go over to the edge of the sarcophagus. You see the contents inside. What were you doing? You were grabbing the egg?
I want to identify the egg.
You want to cast Identify?
Well, no, I have animal handling and survival. So
Okay, yeah, just checking it out. You just looking at it, or
Yeah.
you
I
playing
would
around
assume
with it?
animal handling would to tell what kind of egg.
Animal handling could be used here if you want. I think nature makes more sense. It's going to be an intelligence versus a wisdom check. With just knowledge, if you're just looking at it and trying to identify it, it's probably a knowledge-based skill.
Also, don't forget you have inspiration.
It's true.
I have one to my nature is the problem.
I mean,
And
You're
just
a
took a-
terrible druid.
we've known that from the beginning. That's why he died.
Died? Really?
It's a long story.
We're still working on exposing this one, but
All right. Ooh, how about this? How about this? Can I use a medicine check to tell if it's alive or not?
Just by looking at it.
Or touching it?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make. If that's what you want to do, yeah, you want to see if it's alive and sort of place a hand
Yeah.
and see if you can feel any life coming through.
boy, would I advise against touching anything in this dungeon. But
That's.
You're gonna touch that?
Are you speaking from
out of the
experience?
background.
you're gonna fucking touch that?
That's true. All right, I'm just gonna roll a blind nature check. Let's see if I can do it.
Just checking it out, not getting anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh fuck!
Very nice.
Yeah,
That is definitely a grung egg, without a doubt. But it's interesting, Brolin. You don't think it's a living thing. You don't think it's alive. Not by the way it looks. There's no subtle movement. There's no sort of a coloration of to the shell. It's probably if whatever's still in there is in there. It's long fossilized.
It looks like a dead grung egg.
Dead.
Yeah, got no coloration. It's not moving. I'm not touching
Well,
it.
it's an egg. Those aren't really known for their movement.
When they're about to hatch.
Professor.
Professor! You gotta use your brain.
Exactly, Brolin.
So it's just those two things. That's all that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, I probably have the highest nature check.
There are four things technically. There is an urn, there is the egg, and then there's those two bottles of liquid corked.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well. Do we continue with this, knowing that it's not what we expected?
I see no reason not to leave or not to take these things.
War. Well, crap. We need the spear, right? Or maybe it's not even a spear. Maybe it's
Right.
Well,
Be the
yeah, yeah, it'd be the urn.
or
Alexandria, you hear the voice inside your head.
So, what are you and your friends doing here so far down in the dark?
If you honestly think I'm going to give you an answer when you have given none yourself, I'll have to use the gem and force you to think smarter.
But will you? How much longer can you wield it? I wonder.
Until I'm no longer bored, at least.
Yeah, he lets out another cocked smile.
Just keep pushing.
The burn is burning.
I know. He's good.
All of
Okay.
this is completely undermined by the fact that there's a skull floating over her shoulder going, "You really need to exfoliate more."
Oh my God, yeah.
When was the last time you took a shower? I don't have a nose and I can smell you.
What is that thing saying? Why do you have a yammering little golden man?
I know attention to the golden man behind my shoulder.
It's difficult not to. It won't shut up. I could destroy it for you.
If that's true.
Perhaps in exchange
Well-
for the gem.
Wait a minute, because be careful, because that could be killing you.
So I guess, am I picking this stuff up?
I don't know.
Because it could still have the Nang Nang spirit. And more
Alexandria
things.
has so many friends right now, so she's got a lot to do with. So yeah, what's
There's a lot
happening
in her
over
head,
there?
yeah, lot in her
No,
head.
Like a fucking Disney princess
We just
over
have
here,
urn
except
and
none of
the,
them are friendly forest
egg.
animals.
And the 2 potions
Except Brolin.
or
Might as well
like
pick him up.
liquids.
Brolin's your flounder.
Brolin's here. Brolin
Yeah.
has the spirit already. We should have Brolin pick up the stuff and then
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, rolled in there.
yeah. Check for traps first. I'm gonna look for that.
You're gonna
Oh,
look for traps.
Make a perception
I
check.
believe in
yeah.
you.
I will assist him. I will assist him.
Sure, you're both looking in here, trying to point out anything that seems
22.
22.
I'm wondering if this is where the sulfur and brimstone come in.
Nothing mechanical that you can see within. It seems to be pretty much on the up and up. You don't see any trip wires, gears, false bottoms kind of thing. The straw doesn't look like it's going to light on fire or anything. Yeah, you don't see any no poison darts.
After we disturb the salt, does the room still smell of sulfur?
Yeah, it
Brolin,
does.
you should take these things. We should put the lid back on, and then we'll fix this.
I gently touch the egg.
Okay, you go for the egg first. Yeah, as you touch the egg,
Oh, damn it.
a tendril of slime rises from its surface and transforms into a frog-like head that bobs towards you. A croaking voice sounds out in your mind. Nang Nang will help you now.
No.
And I would like you to make a saving throw for me, a charisma saving throw.
You're gonna collect
A
Wait,
cost.
charisma
what
saving
happens
throw?
if Papazottle's already in there?
Yeah, what if
So,
Oh, I've got Papa
don't
Zod.
know.
He's
Yeah,
got
Or not
Uh,
Papazotle. He's got
when he
Yeah.
was
Moa.
reading the description, he said you can only benefit from one of their boons. And I said
Oh,
that
so you could
technically
still get
means
twice.
you could have more than one. You just
You can have friends in your head, yeah. It doesn't mean you can.
Ah.
Yeah.
Go ahead
I
and make it.
misunderstood that then.
You can make that
Nothing wrong with
charisma
that.
save.
Collect them all then.
You can make it with
Charisma.
advantage.
Oh, charisma.
Okay, I'll make it with advantage. Moa, help me, please. I don't want another person in my head.
Oh, Nang Nang, no, Nang Nang. You hear her voice.
Nang, nang. Inside voices.
No, Nang Nang, I'm already here. Yeah, you are able to shrug him off. You feel this sort of spirit prying at you, almost of like a childlike innocent nature, but there's a chaos to that as well. Wanting inside, wanting within, and it's just like, no, restrain him, Brolin. And it's just like
I just gently like.
And we see the spirit as it poop right back into the egg, and it seals. And you just hear Moa's voice. Okay, I think we have him. Everything is okay. I thought I was going to get vacated there.
All right, War. I found you. I found Nang Nang.
So he's got the egg. Yeah.
Here you go. Take it.
Can you identify anything about it before, like...
The egg?
Yeah.
It's an egg.
Yeah, it's just an egg for him. He doesn't know.
It's just an egg. It's got Nang Nang inside of it.
I believe by definition that makes it more than just an egg, Brolin.
You got to attune to it, War. I can't attune to it for you.
The Grey Slaad at the edge of the circle kind of cocks a head at it, and you would hear the voice inside your head, Alexandria.
So I've been guarding a tiny frog.
Are you as disappointed as I am?
Oh, I am very disappointed.
I am livid.
Well, have no fear. You're going to be awfully happy soon enough.
Such promises don't get me excited.
Do I do this or not?
Take the egg.
Brolin can keep holding it.
Take the plunge.
Yeah.
It won't affect him.
Eat it.
Eat the egg.
The eggs.
You like scrambled egg? Well, rotten scrambled egg. What's the other thing? I pick up the other thing.
There's three other things. There's
God.
there's the urn, and then there's the two corked bottles of liquid.
All right, I look at the urn. I open the urn up.
Yeah, you go to grab the urn and open it up. Make a
Jesus.
saving throw for me, Brolin. It is going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my God.
Just open all the things. Just pop the corks while you're at it.
More? Can you help me?
No, this is all you. Make that wisdom saving throw, bud.
All right, anybody want to give me their inspiration?
I already burned it.
I'm
You
holding
haven't
mine.
used
Sorry.
yours yet, right?
I just did. I used
Yeah,
it
you
to
did.
resist Nang Nang.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
holding mine. I need mine probably.
Roll. We'll see what happens.
Let's do it. Let's see.
You can use your inspiration if you want. You did not use your inspiration on the Nang Nang
Yeah,
roll.
that's
That
what
was
I
because of
thought.
Moa.
Oh,
Right,
you're
right.
right. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll roll again.
Yeah, let me steal. Who all used theirs? Let me steal it from people. I think Kyle used his.
Yep.
Steal.
Come on.
Accept.
Highest saving
And then
throw.
I'm stealing from
Highest
you.
saving throw.
Let me steal.
Let it go. 14?
As you touch the urn, you begin to hear an echo in the back of your mind, Brolin. It starts faint and carries with you. You hear the sound of a great band of percussion. You hear the horns, you hear the strings, you hear all of the sounds of a wonderful orchestral band, and you are compelled to dance.
Oh,
I love that spell.
Okay, so
One
this
of my
is
favorite
Nang Nang.
spells.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh,
oh
no.
shit!
What? No,
Brolin, you will
I
start
didn't.
your turn taking
Oh, no.
7 points of psychic damage.
Ah, I
As
can't stop dancing.
the dancing just consumes you. Roll initiative.
Autos and irresistible dance did damage.
It doesn't normally.
Oh, okay.
Here we
Same.
are again, Jacob.
I am low key. I am low key doing the Macarena.
I've seen this haunting in a different board game before.
Okay. I believe that's everybody. Is Victor involved?
Help me, Victor, please.
We'll put Victor in this situation. Oh, God. All right. Wifflespark, you're the first to go. You immediately see Brolin. He touched the top of something inside. I don't know if you've looked in yet. And he immediately stepped back and just started doing the Macarena.
I can't stop.
What would you like to do, Wifflespark?
What is this dance?
He's over there going.
I will. I don't know. There's nothing I can do to stop this.
Do you just stand there and go like, yeah, it's fine. I just... I have to roll initiative in this situation. Yeah. Brolin, make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh no, you're gonna dance to death.
No.
Yeah, let me confirm just a sec really quick something that you... Yeah. You have disadvantage on dex saves and attack rolls. So right now, yeah, it's there. Go ahead.
But I can still move. I can move though.
No, you can't move. You can only use your action to make a wisdom saving throw to try to regain control of yourself. You keep dancing, Brolin.
I used my Stack of Genius on him, so it's a 22.
You take 20 oh wait, you use a Stack of Genius on him?
Yeah.
My Flash of Genius.
Okay.
So it's a 22.
You spent it?
Yep.
Alright, how do you rid Brolin of the sounds of the echoing music? What do you put in his head to blank it out?
Yell at him.
Yeah, you hear Professor Wifflespark's no-nonsense voice cut through the nonsense of the music echoing within your mind. And you avoid...
Like a high, shrill...
You hear, and the whole band does like the fucking record scratch inside of your head, and you just immediately come out of it, your head racking with pain. Avoided that 20. That'd have been fucked.
You rolled 2 10s on a 2d10.
Oh my god.
So you did take 7. I'll apply it to your token for you.
Oh, what just happened? Alright, War. I'm not gonna touch another thing in there.
We don't have to
touch it.
We have to remove initiative. The danger is currently gone.
You're 2 for 2, Brolin. You may as well just start opening those cards.
The Grey Slaad shakes his head, and you hear the voice.
What the hell was I guarding?
Dance party in there.
Is the Serac just a dick to every single thing in existence?
Yeah.
I'm gonna screw over the Slaad. I'm gonna screw over the thing in the sarcophagus.
Okay.
I almost started playing Drunken Sailor right there.
Oh my god. He was close. That'd been great.
Yeah, the
I have been
violin
playing with
also.
my violin the entire time, so.
Perfect.
I'll do it.
Uh,
Brolin, hand me the egg.
Take the egg.
Hey, Nang Nang.
All right. Yeah, you see as you put a hand on it, a slimy tendril just rests its hand on yours.
We be friends now?
Oh no.
Sounds like fun.
Yay!
Reminds me of my weird cousin Jimmy.
Yeah.
We don't trust cousin Jimmy.
All
Everyone's
right.
heard of your cousin Jimmy.
You
damn,
feel
doing
the
it.
spirit of it's youthful, it's innocent in some ways, and in other ways it's cruel, it's selfish. You feel this sort of enter into your body, War, just sort of this this child. I'm going to put this into your situation here. And you, and only you, should be able to see. You have a flaw and a power. See it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Go ahead and apply those to your sheet somewhere, please. Add that to your flaws and put the power somewhere in your features as a custom.
Okay.
Yeah, you see War's eyes flash a sudden green, a similar sort of transition that the others in your party have experienced thus far, and his body sort of settles.
War? How are you feeling?
Feeling alright.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah.
War, you
Here, I'll take these. And he'll reach in and grab the two potion things.
Yeah, you grab the 2 potions. And you hear a voice inside your head, War. Whoa! What do you got? What do you got? Show me!
Oh god.
Is it ours? It's all ours!
So what's worse, the skull or Nang Nang?
Alright, yeah,
Do we know
you
what
grab both bottles. No effect. You can put 2 unidentified liquid vials in your thing. Just say that you got them from room 24.
Cryptic.
That'll help me. Go back and find them, please. Don't leave me to go, where did I get these, Ed? And I'll go, oh, fucking, I don't know.
Alrighty.
Alright, yeah, War grabs the rest, and the sarcophagus is empty other than the urn. Brolin, you're sort of rubbing your knees. Haven't moved that friskily in a while.
Dwarf's not supposed to bend like that.
I don't know, he pulled it off.
Grace
Not
Slaad
for
waits
prolonged periods of time. We dwarfs are natural dancers.
You only danced for about 10 seconds.
He just goes back. He doesn't say anything. He just goes
rubs
back.
those knees.
This quarantine hit you hard, didn't it?
Well, I was asleep I was asleep for a while. I was going a session.
With our last 5 minutes of the session, what's everybody doing? Valphine, you start.
Anything else in this room? Can I walk the wall?
Absolutely. You make a perception check.
Perception check. See, look for like hidden doors and shit.
Yeah.
So the question is, should we mage hand the urn into something and
nothing of note?
Throw it at somebody later?
Valphine starts walking around the perimeter. She's kind of investigating the walls and stuff.
Rim doesn't seem to have any other interest, Valphine. What's everybody else doing before we close our session?
Well, I can get us... oh, shit, my brain just took a...
Mm-hmm.
I can get Wongos to him.
What?
You can get Wongos. What do you mean?
Now that I have that...
Yeah, you can hear Nangang. Yes, we can! It'll all be ours.
Do you have some specialness, do you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, but also disconcerting.
Yeah, War proclaims that. Brolin, Alexandria, Wifflespark, any last words or actions?
I am yelling at Brolin for almost messing up the salt circle with his ridiculous dancing.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, you're berating Brolin, and both Brolin and Alexandria. Anything? Just before we close.
Probably gonna regret this.
What are you gonna do?
Don't give it back. Don't give it back. No.
Oh, we definitely shouldn't give the crystal back.
I know you're gonna do it.
If it can remove the
Don't
skull,
you do it.
He's gonna do it.
Commanded to remove the skull.
Remove the skull from what?
I was saying,
Your
like
body?
Oh
That
no,
was
the skull's indestructible. It thinks it can. It doesn't realize that it can't. It doesn't have access to that knowledge. He will hit the skull. It'll go clang. He'll disappear and he'll reappear, and then he'll bitch at me even more. He is indestructible. No magic can harm him.
Oh,
no.
are there any gems in the
We
room?
know this. Yeah, but
No, we haven't seen it.
Other than the one in Alexandria's hand.
That gem is probably worth that much.
are you gonna feed the control gem to the skull?
Well, once we kill the salad.
It's gotta be 10,000 gold worth. It's gotta be 10,000 though. That's no way. That's 10,000 gold.
Hey, it controls a extra-dimensional creature. It's got to be worth something.
Okay, 1,000. 10% of the way there.
Well, I think we're gonna close out the session. So, what she will do is she will walk up to the sarcophagus.
Cross the threshold, close to the Grey Slaad. He kind of like shifts.
Yep. She's gonna hold out the gem, just in front of her, and then she's gonna set it on the rim of the sarcophagus. And then she will say, from one trapped thing to another, I hope you use this freedom well. And
Well-
she'll step back from it.
We're not gonna. I want you to get out of the salt circle before you do that sort of a gesture.
Well,
I'm not standing there.
it's not gonna. Like,
Before
the salt hurts it.
these
It's
are
not gonna-
these are our final actions. So we'll see what happens. Alexandria is setting this down. Make a persuasion check for me, Alexandria. And Brolin, it could be before or after this moment. Was there anything you had left just before
I
we're
go,
done?
Brolin doesn't know what the control gem does.
It would be an immediate thing. Yeah, it could be before this happens if you want it to be.
Well,
cost
okay,
you.
to be fair,
I just want to
I'm
get
not gonna
Brolin.
surprise the party with this. Like,
Okay, yeah, people could have stepped back if they wanted.
yeah, like I'm just gonna say I'm gonna just give it back to him.
Okay.
So, well, here's my persuasion check at disadvantage.
Roger.
I'm not really trying to persuade him of anything. Really.
Brolin, upon Alexandria hearing this, Brolin just kind of squares up next to her. This kind of eye in the Slaad.
Okay.
the-
Alexandria, you were stepping away, right?
Yeah, she's gonna put it on the rim of the lid's off of it, but she's gonna
Yeah.
put it on the edge of the sarcophagus, and she's gonna take a 5-foot step back so that he knows she's not gonna just whip it away from him at the last second.
Okay. Those who wanted to be out of the circle for this can be. Brolin, you saddle up to Alexandria as she walks away from the circle to protect her. I like that idea. Until leaving the circle. And War, you're stepping out of it as well?
I mean, as Alexandria walks away, he'll be like behind her / with her.
Yeah. He looks... There's a sort of moment. Go ahead and move your tokens out of the circle. It's a moment of pause. The Slaad didn't seem... He seems a little confounded. Yeah, as you leave the circle, he just eyes the gem and looks back to you, and a grin curls across his face. And that's where we're going to end the session for the evening. We will come back
Then
to
he
see...
realized it's a minor illusion. And
Maybe.
Alexandria is a jerk.
That'd be great.
Don't have that
minor-
spell, unfortunately.
Well, press the digitation. You can create a token in your hand.
Alexandria, you
Yeah,
were
that's
you were
way
leaving the
behind
circle,
that.
right? I just want to make sure your token's in a place you want it in the beginning of the next session.
I mean,
Or were you not? Were you just stepping away
That's-
from it?
that's kind of where she is.
Okay.
He also doesn't have his sword either.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
just as a reminder, he
doesn't.
disarmed himself forever ago.
Yeah, so if that would mean that War and
Yeah.
Brolin are like at your
Correct.
side. Yeah. Okay. Then this makes more sense. He just smiles. Yeah, we will come back next session and see what decision this Slaad will make here. Being offered something so curious he did not expect. All right. That is the whole kit and caboodle, gentlemen. That is the game. Thank you
The whole
so
thing?
much for
We're done
joining
with the
me.
tune? Very
Not
nice.
yet. Not quite yet.
That was
Oh,
easy.
I have all of Brolin's forms out here because I was updating lighting. So let me just and Fiera here as well to update lighting. All right, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me for some Tomb of Annihilation. It had been so long. I enjoyed playing with all of you tonight. It was fun. Thank you to those joining us over on the YouTubes to watch our adventure as it continues to progress through the Tomb of Annihilation. We will hopefully be returning for one more session this month. Catch it when it gets uploaded, hopefully sooner rather than later. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.